Hello and welcome back to our third episode of Her Circle with Nat.
And Maria. Hello. You all
Hi
right?
Maria, yes, you okay?
Yeah, good, thank you.
Oh, good. We're finally back on track of recording in
Yes.
sort of real time, aren't we?
Back in
It
our
will go out
routine,
this
yeah.
week.
That's it.
But I am very glad that you said, oh yeah, look, obviously that one was recorded for episode 2 because there wasn't really much to edit, but I just made sure that it was okay. I was like, oh, it's actually a really good episode and I've had really good feedback, so thank you.
Yeah, it's good. It's lovely to see. I know when you shared that with me, I was like, oh, that's really nice to see. Because I had to listen to it back myself. I was thinking, I can't even remember what we were talking about.
No,
Feels like so long ago.
Because it was probably like 3 to 4 weeks ago, and it might be.
Yeah, easy 4 weeks. Yeah,
4
definitely.
weeks ago. So we're back on track now anyway.
Yeah, back on track, finally. Yeah.
So how was your week
Episode
been?
3. Yeah, not too bad. It's been a bit... It's just a bit weird at the minute. I think the energy in general is quite flat. Not just like with me or in our industry. I think like friends, even talking to friends, like people are just like a bit down at the minute. I don't know if down's the right word. It's just that time of year.
It is. It's the time of year. I think lots happening and seasons changing. And also there was the full moon last week and obviously and stuff like that.
I was going to ask you this actually because the moon was ginormous and then there was like a blood moon the other night. Did you see that? Yeah. And I was thinking, has this moon got a lot to answer for? Because I feel like...
I really truly believe because I very much believe in energy and that and anyway I think that all these things add into how we feel at different times. But yes, I had an okay week, quite a nice week, and just back to routine now. So what are we talking about today?
We're talking about life after you've reached a weight loss goal, maintenance, and what that might look like for the individual. And we can maybe just talk about, because we've both got very different experiences with that.
Yeah, you maintained, I did. But I found my happy medium now, so we can talk about that as well. But so if you don't mind, then I'll ask you a few things because I find you really inspiring with it. So obviously,
thanks,
for anyone who might not have listened to earlier episodes or know us that well, just tell people a bit just briefly about, when you lost your weight, and then you've kept it off since. So, yeah.
Yeah. So pretty much I've been on a diet for as long as I can remember. I've been with my husband since I was 16. So I think from an early age, you fall into that trap, don't you, of... You just gain a bit of weight, I guess, when you're young, in love, whatever they call it, puppy fat. And then growing up through my early 20s and stuff, I just remember being on different diets, all of the crazy diets, KM Pepper, the Apple Golden Delicious diet, Slim and Wild, Weight Watchers, buying pills on the internet.
K.
Yeah, Special K, yeah. Just having bachelor's cup of soups, Slim Fast, everything but the one-to-one diet. I'd never ever tried that. To me, it was something from the 80s that my mum and her friends did, and I was like, that's not for me. And I kind of came across it by chance. I didn't go looking for it. I was at an event at a beauty show, and I bumped into my consultant, Jackie, there. And I was obviously unhappy with my weight at the time. So I'd gone over to her to find out a bit more. And when she explained it to me, I said, it's a load of shit, it won't work. And she was like, I guarantee you'll lose 2 stone in 8 weeks. I was like, nah, it won't work. Anyway, I did it.
I give her a mission then.
I thought, right, yeah, I feel like that's what it was for me. That was the turning point because I thought, I've got to prove her wrong. Because she was so determined that this would work. And I was so like, it won't work. I know it all. I've been there, tried it all. Was giving it the old, I've got an underactive thyroid. It's not going to work. And she was so convinced it would work. And bless her, she's so lovely. And she was travelling, I think, an hour and a half each way to come and weigh me every fortnight. And I just thought, what a lovely woman. I didn't have the heart to let her down. So I did it. And I thought the only way I can prove her wrong is to stick to it 100%. Yeah. And I did.
And it worked.
It worked, yeah. So I lost 2 stone in 8 weeks. And then I went on and did another 2 stone in another 8 weeks. And then I thought it was the best thing ever, obviously. And I was then given the opportunity to become a consultant myself, and I thought, why not? And I do believe that that has helped with me maintaining.
Yeah.
So it'll be like 9 years this November that I've maintained. But I do think, had I not been a consultant, would I have been one of those typical clients that you hear from every few months that says, oh, I need to get on plan for a week, I need a little boost, or I've gained back a bit? And I think, yeah, I probably would have been, because I just think it's normal.
Because you've had them products to do that yourself anyway, haven't you? Like, if you feel that things are slipping, it's a great way to gain a bit of control.
That's it. And I do genuinely really enjoy the products.
Oh,
I haven't had any for about 2 weeks.
You are one-to-one.
Yeah, I'll go through phases where I won't touch them for weeks.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like I've not had any for 2 weeks because I'm just enjoying normal, healthy food.
Oh, yeah,
but
you
then
have
sometimes,
lots of wholesome food as well.
and sometimes I just miss them, and I miss the convenience of them, and I'm very much like, can't bothered, the mess, thinking I'm busy, I'll just grab like a soup, have it in my mug back at my desk, or have a bar, and they are easy and convenient. From time to time I will. Yeah, and I think I'm surrounded by them, so I will still use them. But I do think that it's something that I always have to work on. And I remember maybe 3 or 4 years ago, I had a client who come to see me, and she was in her late 70s. And I thought, oh, God, is this going to be me? Like, am I going to be 70-something, still whittling about my weight? Like, I just don't want this for my life. I'm sick to death of it. And then I thought, yeah, I am. Because if I'm not always whittling about it, I will inevitably gain and gain and gain. And then I won't be happy with that. So I feel like it's finding the balance of just, like I know now that I'll fluctuate within £7 up and down, depending on time of year, what's going on, whatever. But I know now when to rein it in.
Yeah. And you always do. And you still lead a very balanced life as well, don't you? Like, nothing's out of bounds. And what do you think it is? Obviously, you've mentioned about it being with you, sorry, I do this every podcast. Thyroid. No, with being a consultant.
Oh, yeah. My brain.
That's helped. But what other thing do you think has helped you to, or is it a bit like seeing people thinking, I don't want that?
I guess, I guess from the beginning, I always thought I don't want to be that person that everybody said to me, oh, everyone I know that's done that has just put it all back on and more. And I thought, oh, I'm not going to do that. I don't. It's almost like I'm trying to save face.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
But it's worked, doesn't it?
Yeah. I'm just very stubborn.
Yeah. See, so with me, mine was I feel like mine's the opposite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In what way?
So with me, I've probably struggled longer. Like my weight issues, or should I say not just weight? Because I think weight is the side effect, isn't it? But like my eating issues started from before, for as long as I can remember. Basically, probably from like age 6 onwards. Like, I knew that food I used. I didn't know at the time, obviously, but when I look back at my life, I know now that I use food too much for numbing and relief and that.
Yeah.
So that obviously, consequently, once I was like able to get my own food from like my mum would do 3 jobs, so from age 11 onwards, I'd say, like seniors, I had dinner money and that I could get what I wanted, and I'd make my own dinner and things like that. And so obviously I was able to eat more food, which then meant that I got bigger. I didn't have, like, other people wouldn't have known basically until that stage. Anyway, so from that age onwards, I was on some form of diet, really. And so, yeah, I've done every diet under the sun. I have been so much slimmer. I've been so much bigger. And I've never really been able to stabilise my weight because, looking at it now, I've always been seeking more. Like, it's not enough. like whatever I am, it's not enough. And I think when I did plan so publicly, because I blogged it all, didn't I, in 2021, and I don't want to go over old ground here, but basically then I lost 8 odd stone in a very short period of time. The plan works to the letter, like the weight will fall. I felt amazing. You will feel really well using the products and everything, but what was needed for me was more than just the plan, you know.
Yeah.
And I think that it can be frustrating when a lot of people say, oh, it's because you don't follow the steps right, or you don't, you know, you can follow everything to the letter, but unless you change that mindset. And you know, people will say with mindset, oh yeah, but you know, it seems like wishy-washy, like what do you mean by mindset? But you've really got to dig deep of your thoughts. And for me now, maintenance looks like, so I had a big regain, again very publicly on my social media page, and then I've done it differently. I've still done the one-to-one plan, haven't I? However, I've done it in little dribs, like little blocks, to shift some and then maintain for a bit, shift a bit more. And now, yeah, in an ideal world, I probably would want to be a little bit lighter, but I am very much at a place where I feel really healthy, and I don't want to be thinking about weight loss anymore.
Yeah, and you don't want that restriction as well, because like, not that you're looking to numb anything, but you enjoy, like if you enjoy food and you enjoy eating good healthy food, like why do you want to feel like you're being punished all the time?
Yeah, exactly that. And I think that, I know you've spoke about it quite a lot yourself, with like the enjoyment we get from food.
Yeah.
Whereas I don't really feel in my whole life I've ever been at, like, obviously I've known how much pleasure food can give me, but I've always seen it like a dirty thing to a certain, like, it's like I shouldn't be doing this, I shouldn't be. Whereas now, like, I'm baking, you know, and it's done through, it's like done through different lenses. It's like done with, no, I'm not having this worrying like how many calories. I'm having it like, you know, enjoyment and like finding sort of the therapeutic side with the cooking and that I did used to like. But I stopped all that because everything became like a punishment.
This is it. It kind of took it away.
Yeah. Like as if I was always doing wrong, because actually now you should be losing weight, you know.
Yeah.
So maintenance to me now looks very different.
Excuse me, sorry.
Oh, bless you.
I could feel it coming. I was like, no.
Yes. But I think we've just both got into... we're in a good place, aren't we? With our...
Yeah, definitely. And I think, like, I've watched you for a long time, and I think you're very admirable how open and honest you are, and I think a lot of people relate to, you know, your ups and downs with it, because that's normal, and that is normal for the majority of people. I think, you know, most of my clients that I speak to day to day, they're not losing 4 stone in 4 months, they may be losing it in a year or 18 months, and a lot of them, we're doing a lot more work around that. It's not just about their fast weight losses. And I'll say to them, do you know, unless you've got a wedding dress, the dress of your dreams that you're desperate to get into, and I say to you, knuckle down, I guarantee you will do it, then I just think take it at your own pace and learn to live your life along the way. And I've got a few that will do that. They'll like knuckle down, get on, and then they'll have a lull where they've got occasions or they've got events on and we're navigating them and they're maintaining, or they go up a pound, down a pound. And I think that's fine. And I have to really constantly remind people, like, that's fine, because that's your own individual journey. And if you want to lose weight and maintain it for good, these are changes that you need to work on for the long term. It's not just a quick fix. Like, it can be a quick fix if you want it to be, but
of course.
you still need to put the work in to maintain that. So
I think exactly what you said there, because I think, again, everyone's different, you know, like say like Jem, she lost 3 stone in 10 weeks and has kept it off since. So it's like, you know, I think people like that, as in not, but like majority of people, that doesn't work. So that isn't to put you off. It's to say that there's nothing wrong with you if you need more time to work on your mind. Yeah. So you've got, if you want to do the one-to-one plan, you've got a very safe, structured plan that will shift weight fast. However, you don't need to shift all of your weight in X amount of time, because
No.
for someone like, whereas I think that's where the plan has evolved a lot, because when I started, and like people I followed and that, it was very much like I'd have messages from people, do not come off it, just don't, because I had a lot of weight to lose, just do it every day, don't come off it. So then I'd really got, I'm not blaming them because I had that mindset
Yeah.
too. I had got it in my head that, oh my God, like I cannot. And then that sort of give you like a fear the opposite way. So it was just too all or nothing. And I think that it then became that once then I got to that way, it was like, well, what now? Like what does maintenance look like? Because I don't know how to control these emotions now. And you know,
that's it. It's like a lot more work needed than just what products you're eating.
Yeah, and that sort of fear of food to a certain extent.
Yeah.
And then, so I think that everyone is different, but exactly what you've just said, and I think with your clients, like, you know, they might have events, things like that, but also weight loss isn't always the priority. So it could be that, yes, you did amazing last month, you know, you lost a stone or whatever you lost, but if you can get through this month knowing you've got this and this that's taking priority, not that you're not a priority, but actually losing weight isn't realistic this month. You maintain that, you are really winning at life.
100%. I have that conversation, especially in the summer holidays. I seem to attract a lot of teachers, and a lot of the conversations we'll have is in the summer holidays, they just want to get through the holidays without having a gain, because that's normally where they'll treat it like a 6-week Christmas period.
Yeah.
And it's like, not everything is always about how much weight can you lose. It's about how can we manage our weight during this time, because in real life, that's what you want to be doing, is managing it, and live. And I think as well, sometimes I'm like, do you know what, life's too short. Enjoy your brother's birthday or whatever occasion it is that you're going out for. Enjoy it. Why are you going to sit there and say you're not participating? Unless your weight is that severe that this is negatively impacting your health and you need to be serious about sticking to plan 100% because this is for your greater good, then I just think, live your life. It's too short.
It's actually so much more beneficial from my own personal experience to participate, because I think that you then have to be like, actually, yes, I'm not going to feel guilty for this. I'm going to enjoy it, and then I'll just go back to my, you know, a bit like how maintenance works. That you have some, you know, more indulgent days or more indulgent meals, but you get back to it. But obviously, you know, they need to be less than maintenance of, because you are trying to lose weight, but I think that it actually teaches you so much more, and I do.
And it teaches you as well, like that. What you're saying there, it teaches you that having that one meal or a couple of events during the course of a week doesn't mean that you think, oh well, sack it then. That diet, I failed, so I'm just gonna. I'll see out to the end of the month, and then I'll rejoin Slimming World, or I will start this new program that I've seen online, and then you're constantly looking for something else to be the solution, and there's not something else. It's knowing
nothing
that
is easy.
Yeah.
You know, at the end of the day, it all requires change, and a lot of the change comes from your mind, and then how you perceive things, and how you allow yourself to find that sort of 80-20 balance.
Yeah, definitely. And that's something now that, like what I was saying to you, like 3-4 years ago, when I was worried, thinking, oh my God, am I going to be on a diet for the rest of my life? Now I don't see it like that. I see it as, these are the choices I make that make me feel better every day. And whilst I would love to have 3 slices of cheese on toast 3 times a day for my meals, I know that that's going to make me feel like shit.
Yeah, and exactly that. Everything comes with a consequence, good and bad.
Yeah, and I just think, I don't ever, like, deny myself anything, but I am very much more in moderation now. I move my body, and I know that when I move my body, it makes me feel better, like mentally.
Absolutely.
And I think as well that I to have this chat to people that do start exercising more regularly, I feel like you make generally better choices for yourself around your meals when you are moving your body, because it's not that you think, oh, I did it for nothing. It's like, because you feel good and stronger and fitter, you don't think, oh wow, I'm gonna have a Big Mac now. Like I think, oh, I want something really, like I've been to the gym this morning, I've come home, I've made myself, I'm so easily influenced. I saw it on TikTok.
Oh, on the side.
It was an apple, and I diced it up, and I'd fried it off in some butter with cinnamon. a handful of like porridge oats, so they were toasted, and then I had that with my Greek yogurt.
Something really similar, and I saved
So
it.
nice.
Yeah.
So nice.
Yeah.
And like the hot and the cold, you know, like having hot apple with cold.
Yeah, I've had
and it's full fat Greek yogurt, like lovely. So yeah, so I think I've come home this morning and done that, and I feel completely satisfied. Like it's been hours now since I've eaten, and yeah. Whereas
do you know
before,
what that is as well? Sorry, what that is as well is because you've released some energy and that as well through the exercise. Plus, you've like cared for yourself, because sometimes when we eat and that, like through trying to cheer ourselves up, isn't it as well, and not find that sort of pleasure, but you'd got that already through exercise, as well as then thinking I want to nourish myself now. Wow,
definitely. Yeah, and I feel like I find pleasure in different foods now to what I would have done before.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like before, I would have found pleasure in having a plate of food that made me feel so physically sick I'd have to lie down because there's just so much food. Whereas now I couldn't bear that feeling.
Yeah, it's vile. Yeah, I totally agree. Yeah, and it's the sad cycle is when you fall into that cycle again, and you do keep doing. Yes, you feel like crap, but it's like I think your body, your mind is so like autopilot. It's like you even crave that feeling. It's really, that sounds really mental, but I think we sort of crave what we do. So the more you
100%.
do healthy ways, the better. Because it obviously, you know, how many times, I think a lot of listeners will relate to this, how many times I've heard of people, and not me myself, and you've probably done it in the past as well, where you say to yourself, I've been eating crap, or I've been overeating and that, and I couldn't even tell you one thing I've just enjoyed. Like, I've not enjoyed any of it.
That's it.
And it's like, no, and I truly believe, because it's like, no, you're not doing it like making yourself a nice meal with nourishment. And when I say nourishment, you know, that don't need to be everything's really healthy on it, but it's like, I do try and use that, and I probably do sound a bit airy-fairy, but sort of make things with love. And, you know, this is taking time for myself. Look, I used to think, God, how quick can it be? It's got to be quick. And it's like, why has it got to be so quick now? Like,
yeah,
you know, it's that act of doing it all as well is also part of enjoyment.
I love it. Honestly, we spent hours in the kitchen on Saturday making a lasagna. We're such old farts. Like, we're so excited about this lasagna that we've perfected, and then the last step was for me to finally make my own bechamel sauce instead of using a dolmio, and we did it. And I swear to God, it was worth the hours in the kitchen. We enjoyed a bottle of wine, we had the music on, and we when we ate the meal, and like, not Sophia because she didn't want it, but Kane, like, he really enjoyed it. He was like, this is leveled up. We were like, yes. And I just thought, God, we're so old, but that's what we love doing. Whereas before, we'd have just lay there on our bloody arses and ordered a takeaway. And then not really enjoyed it. Like, it would have took forever to come. You'd have phoned the takeaway, like, where is it? They'd have forgotten something. It'd be cold, and you've paid 60 quid for it, and you think, what was the point?
Exactly that. Yeah.
So yeah,
that has become my new thing. Every Friday, I make something that I really, really love. You know, I don't think, oh God, I've got to cut back on this or do a healthier version.
No.
I do it purely what I love. Get my wine, get the music on. Jason always eat it. He'll eat some. I live with a very fussy eater, but he tries. He just tries. But it's our evening. The boys, like Billy, will eat it, and so it's just, I just think that trying to like find them time to enjoy food again, and that might sound alien to you when you've struggled for so long, but I promise you it's possible, isn't it?
Yeah, and it does. It takes years of practice, I think, to get to a point where you feel like that again, because it can feel scary, especially if you've lost weight and then you're thinking, oh God, I don't know what to eat, or those old feelings are going to come back. And there will be times where you'll feel them, I guess, coming back, creeping back in.
I've
and you
had
think,
them many a times.
Yeah, and you got to think, what am I going to work on? Like, and again, it's like you say, it's all down to mindset. And yeah, it is a constant work in progress, but it's not in a negative way. Like, I feel like it's in a way where I enjoy my lifestyle now and how I feel, so it's not a chore.
There's no punishment involved, is there?
No. And it's like you say, 80-20, Monday to Friday I am a bit more mindful of what I'm having. And at the weekend, like I said, we'll enjoy a meal and I won't think twice about, I won't count a single calorie and I think, oh, that needs extra cheese.
Yeah, that's right. And it's, it is all that balance. And genuinely, I can't stress it enough. Like, this isn't like trying to sell a dream. Like, you can get to that place. But it also will come with accepting, like, I'll have some clients that are like, they want to be so small, and again, that's their choice. But then they're like, yeah, but I still want this, and I'm like, they'll tell me who they model themselves on, and that person, like celebrity or something, like, is strict 24/7, like very they'll want abs, and again, fine if that's your choice, but things come with a consequence. So it's how you want it. And you also don't want a life of restriction
and as well, it's like really quite sad to think that somebody wants to model themselves on somebody else.
Yeah, exactly. The best thing to do is just literally be your own, like, stay in your own lane, stay in your I don't know what to call it, but like you're only
it's just being your best version of yourself, isn't it? It's like, God, I mean, if someone said, I don't know if I would bite their hand off if someone said, do you want to look like Khloe Kardashian? I mean, she looks incredible, but like you say, there's a lot of work that goes into that, and she's probably very miserable every day of the week she's eating.
I don't see, this is where I think I'm so different. I don't look at people like that and think, oh my God, they're so beautiful. I don't think they're horrible. At your door?
The door. Yeah, it's always something, isn't there?
That's
right,
fine.
bear with me. Sorry about that.
No problem.
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard. I guess that you're always going to have not role models, or I don't know what the word is, like people you'll aspire to. You think, oh, she looks amazing. But I don't think I'd want to change myself in a way where someone said, I'll make you look like that. It goes back to just wanting to be the best version of yourself.
I feel like when
like when I wanted to lose weight, to be not a smaller version of me. Yeah, I guess a smaller version of me, not so that I would look like someone else.
Yeah.
But also, like, kind of going to where you were going with that, like, people saying they want to be smaller. Like, I remember thinking, oh, I want to be 10 stone 7 because when I was 21, I was 10 stone 7 and I was a size 12. Like, now, I'm 11 stone 7 and I'm a size 12. But I'm like 43 still, just by a little bit. And I think it took me until doing this plan to realise, actually, like, I was 36 years old when I started plan. My body is different now. I'm a different person. I'm a woman. I've had 2 children. My body shape has changed. What my weight looked like on my frame at the age of 21 is very different to how it does at the age of 36. And I think
you look amazing, by the way. You look very amazing.
But that's like a conversation I have with people, and they'll say, well, I want to be X stone, and I'll say, like, let's just get to a point where you feel comfortable, because that weight might look different to you now. Like, sometimes it's not always about the number, is it? Because the number can very much vary.
And what you're saying, you can look really different at the same way at different, you're not that same person, your body's changed and everything, but also, why are you seeking that? Like, I think that's what I say to some of my clients. Like, obviously my psychology stuff starts coming in my head, but I'm thinking to myself, it's because you're unhappy in this and this. Like, I can see it. Like, obviously that isn't my place to say that as a one-to-one diet consultant, but it's just maybe give that a thought as well. Like, why are you seeking to be, like, even lighter? Like, yes, lose weight, have a healthy relationship with food, find the balance, look after yourself, but what is it that's, you've got to have had this with clients where it's like they're just chasing that number 24/7, and you're like,
definitely.
But why though? Because when you get there,
what's going to happen when you get there?
Something else will come along.
That's it. It's never enough. It will never be enough. There will always be something. I think people have that idea in their head, and they'll get to a specific goal number that they've got in mind, that they're fixated on, and then they get there and it's like, well, I'll just do a little bit more, like, do you know, like, it's just never enough.
It's never enough.
And I think you need to seek to be, you need to seek to be comfortable and confident in your own self. Like, I feel pretty much like, I don't want it to sound big-headed when I say it, but I feel like I have mastered that feeling. Like, if I look at the BMI chart, it says I think I'm only just in a healthy weight. I could go down to 8 stone 4, I think I looked, to still be considered healthy. Like, I would not be healthy.
No.
Mentally or physically, I don't think. I would not be happy. I'd be so restricted.
You'd have no hair left.
No, I wouldn't have I would have none. And I just think, at what point, like, do you, like, you need to just do that inner work, don't you? And think, like,
and just focus on you,
Yeah.
just focus on what is right for you and what you know in yourself makes you. Like, I think there's so much information out there, there's so much literature, NHS, BMI, all these different things. And now, beyond belief, we're bombarded by it, aren't we? Like,
Constant, yeah.
It is literally information overload. But don't forget to listen to your own body. Like, it tells you signs, it tells you, whether you're feeling well or you're not, so listen for that. So if you can run down the road to the bus, you can fit in your clothes that you're not like feeling like your stomach's bloated beyond belief because you're eating well. Listen to that rather than actually, but that tells me this and this, because your body will and your mind, they work in sync, so you need to.
Yeah, definitely. And it is, you're so right, it is about how you feel and like, yeah.
So to summarise then for this,
yes.
What would be your top tip for maintenance from your own experience?
I think it's to just not be so hard on yourself. I think sometimes we're too guilty of putting that immense pressure on ourselves, and I think, for who? For what? For what reason? What's going to happen? You're going to fall off the edge of a cliff if you don't get to a number or if you don't stay there. Like, you've got to live your life. And, it's cliche, isn't it? Everything in moderation. But it honestly really is. Like, live your life with everything in moderation. Have a healthy balance, but not just with what you're eating, what you're mentally consuming as well. Like, and like you said, listen to your body and how you're feeling physically and mentally.
Because how many times do you have people say, I feel amazing, but then I got on the scales and it said this number. And
and I'm like, but why?
Really,
what does it even mean? Like,
we've all been guilty of it. I've been guilty of it so many times.
Definitely.
So I think my top tip would be very similar, really, that don't take life so serious. Don't be so hard on yourself. We get so consumed when we're on a weight loss journey that, it becomes our identity, everything. It doesn't need to be, but listen to what really is making you happy and find that balance. And sitting there, it's trying to not be one extreme or the other. Sitting there with multiple bags of chocolate and that will make you probably feel okay for a very short moment, and then you're going to feel like crap, numbing away, don't know what you're doing, and you'll really feel like the negatives from it, as well as never eating anything with your no, sorry, I can't have a slice of my son's birthday cake, and that will too. So finding that balance, listen to your body, listen to your mind, and I promise you there is happiness out there with food.
There is, there is life after weight loss.
Yes, exactly what it said.
Yeah.
So, yes. And we are both hopefully giving you examples of slightly different ways, but still very similar message.
Leave it there.
We'll catch up with you next week.
Yeah, same time next week. We're back on, what's the word? Back on track. I was going to say back on form.
We're back on track.
Whatever, we're back.
Yes.